once again, thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, give us thumbs up, everything like that. And be on the lookout. There's going to be a video that drops here in the next few days. And we're going to announce our first giveaway that we're going to do and what we're planning on doing the month of March, which is pretty exciting. So stay tuned for some good stuff on the way.
All right, today we are drinking, or at least I'm still drinking. I don't know about everyone else. Wild Turkey Longbranch right here, the Mathew McConaughey edition here. So I know in your head everyone wants to go, all right. That's right. So this one here, as you can tell, I've enjoyed. I know I've had the bottle for a while. I don't think I got it last week. So this one here, been kind of was wanting to try. Finally pulled the trigger a while ago, been drinking it, and I'm pleasantly surprised. It comes in at about 86 proof, depending on, I think it adds a little bit of a range depending on exactly what you're getting, but 86 proof generally, and it kind of has that oak and mesquite. Okay, I don't want to start this. Start over. I don't want to introduce. Too much pressure in my head. I can't do this.
You're doing fine.
I'm a supporting cast member. I can't do this.
Yeah, so Longbranch is coming out of Wild Turkey. So this is, I think they've added it to their permanent lineup, haven't they? Initially, they weren't quite sure whether it was going to be a permanent expression.
Yeah, so it's another one of those celebrity whiskeys that are becoming more popular because as whiskey becomes more popular, people with lots of money want to invest into it. The difference I would say with this compared to lots of other is Wild Turkey actually hired Mathew McConaughey. He is the creative
as their creative director.
Yeah, creative directors. Yeah. So I'll link one of the YouTube videos he's done. He's done actually a pretty good job at really expressing their brand and getting it out there, because
I really like the one where he's sitting in a lawn chair in the middle of the field.
So what if oak and mesquite were throwing a party at the lake house this weekend? I'd go.
It's just like, yep, that's Mathew McConaughey drinking whiskey right there.
Place is zen right there.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those, really Wild Turkey needed it because Wild Turkey is also one of those brands. They've got some really good products, but it gets overlooked a lot. Wild Turkey 101 is a really good thing that you can mix, you can drink, you can do all types of stuff with.
Love their rare breed.
Yeah, rare breed's great. And that's a $40 bottle that is barrel strength. It's hard to beat these things, but as with some of those low shelf stuff, Jack Daniel's is another perfect example. You probably indulged a little too much at a college party or two, and so you have bad memories and you stay away from those brands. Or you just want to get, fancy bottles, and that rare breed or Wild Turkey 101 doesn't look as pretty on your shelf. So they brought him in, and
I don't know. This is a pretty looking bottle,
right? So that goes to
on this bottle.
Right, so that goes to McConaughey realizing that you got Jimmy and Eddie Russell who are doing some amazing juice, and they generally just care about that and don't really care how it looks. You bring in Mathew McConaughey, he jazzes up the looks, gets his name out there, goes all right, and people want to buy this bottle.
Exactly, and I like how you mentioned that about Wild Turkey, because one of the things with them, the word that came to mind for me was just like overlook.
Mm-hmm.
Was just overlook. They continue to do good things, great product, and it's just everyone knows about Wild Turkey, or maybe you assume all Wild Turkey is bottom shelf Wild Turkey, that you had too much of it, that college party, and they just offer so much more than that. And so it's kind of like, it's like, hey, Wild Turkey, like one of their great ad campaigns, McConaughey, if you're listening, would be like, Wild Turkey, come back home, come back to where you started. If that's where you started in college, come back home, because they do offer a lot of good things around that $40 price range.
Yeah, the only problem is if he does watch this and he takes that advice and he runs with it and he calls you up and says, Brian, I really like that. Would you like to partner with me? You've lost your wife. I'm sorry, the divorce is imminent.
That's true. That's true. I think you would be on the list of people. So
that and any other guy from Alabama.
Yeah, along with any other guy with a Southern accent or fake Southern accent, either way. She might, but you know what? I'd be all right with it, if I got to hang out with McConaughey every now and then.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Let me rethink that. Actually,
I was gonna say.
All right. Why don't we start reviewing this?
That would be good.
All right. So on the nose here, just get a lot of wood, a lot of oak on the nose of this, which is kind of expected based on how it's advertised. Is an oak mesquite blend.
And then I get that doughy note that you usually get from younger bourbons, though. According to the press statement, there is 8-year-old product in this.
Yeah.
How much and what else they blend in there, because there's no age statement on the bottle, we don't know.
Yeah, and then the palate, I get a little bit of an apple. Before then it transitions into a nice pepper mesquite finish.
Yeah, you definitely get that charcoaly mesquite finish. There's something special there. Not necessarily saying special because it's great. We'll leave that till later. But special as in different. You don't normally get this flavor profile on a bourbon. Yeah,
and that's one of the things with this, I think, is just, when you're looking at this compared to some other products in the price range, I might be jumping ahead, but you might be able to find slightly better value somewhere else. But I think unique flavor profile is really where this hits strong suit. And I like the end on that. You get that peppery finish and that something else you just said. It's like you can't quite put your finger on what that something else is. But then once someone says, hey, charcoal mesquite, it's like, ooh, now I can identify that. I see what that, I see what's happening there. But it definitely leaves you wondering. And so if you're someone who likes to drink with friends, give them a pour of this, don't tell them what it is. And then it's a great one to go, hey, can you identify the finish? Like what's in there with the pepper?
I would say this is your perfect campfire or grilling bourbon.
Yeah.
Because you always want, whatever you're drinking, you want it to enhance what you're currently doing. So like if I'm going to pair bourbon with food, just like wine with food, I want it to enhance those flavors I'm already getting. And this would enhance any campfire or grilling or
smoke,
anything like that.
Barbecue.
Those things. It would make it that much better.
So it'd go well with those ribs that you're gonna smoke on Sunday.
Oh yeah, well, and that's the great thing about this. I was about to say is it comes in 86 proof. So if you're taking 5 hours to smoke some ribs,
drinking whiskey for 5 hours,
you keep drinking whiskey for 5 hours. 86 proof. So, I guess that's a positive, maybe, or negative. I don't know, depending.
I think so.
I feel like for 86 proof, it's bold. Like the flavors are there. A lot of times on whiskeys for me under 90 proof, it seems like they lack. This one has that pepper finish that I appreciate. The smoke and oak on the nose, like it's pretty well rounded for an 86 proof.
I feel like I might be getting ahead of myself here, but I almost feel like you guys are coming around on your reviews, and by the time on your thoughts here, and by the time we're done, you guys might be rating this a little bit higher than you think.
I'm immune to your always be negotiating strategy.
Yeah, I would say I'm willing to say like drinking wise, I think if you're going to blind this off with other bourbons and you're trying to keep them in the same proof range, you could put this in a 90 to 95 proof range and it'd be fine. Like I could put this up against Blanton's and the Blanton's will probably come off. If I took the two, I would say the Blanton's would be lower proof than this, and this would be higher proof than the Blanton's.
That's fair. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'd agree.
All right. So what do we want to rate the nose? Say I'm at a 3.
You get a lot of that oak. You get that oak. You get that dough. It's pleasant. If you're looking for a sweet nose, I'd say this is not what you're gonna maybe naturally select. But yeah, I think a 3 is a fair rating.
Mm-hmm.
Unanimous.
All right. And
Middle of the
the
road.
palate.
This is where I think it takes a step back. You get a little bit of apple to start, but it's there's just not much there.
Yeah, it
So
definitely
I'm
goes.
at 2.5.
It goes nose, and then it's like nothing happened, and then finish. There's a void. So yeah, I'm at a 2.5 too.
Yeah, I would agree with the 2.5 on the palate for the exact same reasons.
All right, Brian, how about the finish?
The finish I really enjoy. I'm struggling here between the 3 or 3.5. It's just not quite 3.5 level. Very enjoyable. You get that pepper. You get that nice transition into the charcoal and the mesquite. Nothing too powerful, but at the same point, I feel like there's nothing too complex going on there. And it's just a nice finish. The thing that probably keeps me from rating this up to a 3.5 is I feel like it doesn't linger. For those reasons, I'm at a 3.
I'm also at a 3. Same reason.
Yeah, I'm at a 3.
Yep. As far as availability, it's widely available. You should be able to find it pretty much anywhere you go. And then the price is, what do we say, $38, $40?
Yeah, I was able to pick this up at 35. Roughly, I think it was like $36.99. I typically see it in that 35 to 40 range, at least where I'm from.
All right. So final recommendation, are you going to get this at the bar? You going to go buy it if you see it on the shelf, or are you going to hunt it? For me, this would be buy it or drink it at a bar if it's there. Like I mean, maybe if I get to the point that there's nothing else I really want that day and it's there, I'll get. But for that price range, I'm going to go Wild Turkey Rare Breed all day long. So that's me.
Yep. I'll go next and let Brian wrap this up. I think at that price point, I'm at a pass. Like I can't imagine, like, sometimes at a bar, I guess if there's like, this isn't objectionable. So really, we've all been to those bars where the selection's probably not that special. And if they had Longbranch, I would take that over definitely some other whiskeys. But otherwise, I just think for that price point, like, I think you're paying a little bit for Mathew McConaughey in this instance. It's probably better priced at $20, $25. So I'm at a pass.
Well, for me, I'm actually going to buy. Obviously, I did buy it. I've enjoyed it. For me, the buy just comes from the flavor profile. And this might be just kind of knowing what you enjoy and what you like. I've poured this several times on a general weeknight or weekend night, or while I'm smoking something on the Traeger, and enjoy it while I'm doing that. Simply the flavor profile are things I enjoy. I enjoy the smoke. I enjoy the mesquite. The kind of that sharply edge to it on the finish. I enjoy a good pepper finish, even though it doesn't linger as long as I would like. So it kind of hits the things I like. So for me, it's a buy in that range at 35. Really enjoy it, but I can definitely see how if those aren't the things you are naturally inclined to, especially if you want something sweeter, if you want more caramel, more honey, more vanilla, maybe butterscotch in what you're drinking, I'd say this is probably past for you. Try it at the bar before you actually buy the bottle. For me, a buy.
Stay neat.
Power of Bourbon.